I was just thinking about fame. I was seeing posts and thinking about people that post and on social media who purely do it for just attention. I'm talking people who post pictures that make themselves look good, put themselves in poses. And I wonder what sort of mindset that is. And sort of analysing myself and thinking, how's that different to what I'm doing? Different to me posting? And the one thing I don't get about that is you posting pictures of posing of yourself, of pretending to be someone, especially when you know these people, who they are and what their lives are actually like. And they're trying to copy these models or trying to copy these influencers and appear to be someone. I get it. Some people might enjoy doing that. If that's you, all for it. But for the people that are doing it to be liked, I think that to me is the issue with people who are chasing fame. I just can't understand it. I just can't get on board with it. I just don't see it. To want fame, one of the little bits of doubt that I have when I'm filming this and posting this and wanting to start doing all this, I've got to weigh up the risk and the reward of fame. And do I actually want fame? You've got to do that with dreams and goals. You've got to weigh up the positives and the negatives, and do you actually want them? And I had to sit down and think, do I want everyone to know who I am? And does that outweigh what I'm trying to do and the other benefits that this filming gives me? And for me, the benefits really do have to outweigh the negative, because I can't imagine walking down the street and people being like, oh shit, look, there's Jamie. He does those YouTube videos, and people coming up to me and asking for pictures and autographs. I can't even fathom that right now, why anyone would even want that. And the response in my head that I'd give now is, why do you want a picture with me? I'm just a normal guy. I'll always be a normal guy. And when I see celebrities or people with a lot of followers who are sort of famous and people point them out and get pictures with them, it's insanity to me. I look at it and I'm like, why do people do that? These people are just normal people. And then you have, like I said, people trying to imitate them, copy them, be them, want eyes on them, and want to be famous, want to act like someone they're not, want to appear like their life's better than it is on social media. I kind of get it, personally. If you want to try and tell people about your day, your week, your month, your life, and say, and maybe make it a bit better than it is. Maybe you want to feel good a little bit. Maybe you want to say and show people, oh, these are the positives in my life. Let's try and swing it in a positive light. Get that if it was personally and in person to people, like wave it off a little bit there and say, I get that. But with posts and social media, no one cares enough. That's what I think. I think everyone's just scrolling on the phone because they're bored, because they want some kind of entertainment. No one really cares enough. And I feel like these people post because they want people to be jealous of them. It must give them a feeling of an achievement, of something of value, where other people look at them and go, God, I wish I had their life. And that, to me, to have that mindset of, I want people to think of my life like that, is one of the saddest things out there. Just the desperation, pleasing yourself through those means, it's crazy to me. I'd love to try and understand and find out why it happens. But it does sound like I'm judging, which I am, I guess. But a part of me is like, the reason I'm judging is because I just do not get it at all. I've just never been that sort of person that would want to appear and get gratification from an external source like that, of other people looking at my life and being jealous of it. I sort of look at it as a negative. If people are jealous of my life, I'm like, oh, stay away from me. Get away. Don't be around me. It's not what it seems. And I wonder if it's just a lesson that I've learned, that nothing is as it appears, especially on social media, even in person with people. Everyone's got something deep inside that they're struggling with, or behind the scenes, or there's something behind that curtain that people don't want to show you. And I always remind myself, you've got to take the good and the bad of someone's situation. But I just think there's so many people out there that crave this feeling that you are someone. And by just posting images or looking good, putting an appearance on, makes you feel like you've accomplished something. It could just be because my mind would never be like that. My mind would show all the doubts, my mind would be like, who the fuck are you posting this shit? You're no one. Don't pretend to be someone. Even if I was someone, I'd still be having those thoughts. I kind of feel sorry for the people that are trying to search for this fame or trying to search for this popularity, thinking it's going to make them feel better. You see it all the time. This is, I think, where I've learned it. You see it all the time with superstars, with extremely famous people. They all seem to crumble. They all seem to get drug habits. They all seem to have a crisis in their life. They all seem to hate it if none of that happens. And it's like, that's what you're looking for. Always look at the peak of what the achievement is. And you're looking at it and you're saying, no one wants this. It's not what you think it is. And it's a big conversation in what I do with these videos. What happens if you are successful in this? What happens if you do get views? How does your life change and can you handle it? What do you do to mitigate the negative circumstances that are created? It's beyond my comprehension. And I think it's one of those situations where you have to be in the moment. You have to have experienced what that person has experienced. You have to have the insecurities that that person has to understand why you do it, why you think people looking at you and wanting to be around you and wanting to know who you are. Oh my God, that's so-and-so over there. For that to give you pleasure, you've got to have had some kind of trauma or something to even understand why you would do it, because to me, it doesn't make any sense at all. And like I said, it's a big question with this. You've got to look through and say, this could happen to me. You're going to come across things that you don't expect with fame. Look at the time we're in. Charlie Kirk's been shot. Is that the sort of fame that you want? People knew him. And these are the consequences you don't see. So when you're looking at posting pictures and you're looking at trying to show off, one, in your life, and two, on social media, think of the impact it actually has on people, on the people around you, because you're showing an unrealistic life. You're setting people up for failure. You're giving people this sense that they need this, and when they get it and achieve it, it just makes them sadder because it's not what they thought it would be. But the fact we all sit here and look at that and say, that's okay. I don't understand how a selfie has become a thing. You walk out in the street and you take a selfie, everyone's going to judge you. Yet we all still fucking do it. And don't get me wrong, I've done it myself. It is to please others. It is to conform. It is for a reason. And if you don't know yourself and you're not confident in yourself, that's why you've got to fake the confidence. You've got to show people, anyone that's showing people that they are someone, they're not someone. Because people who have things don't show it. And I've done stuff like this. And now in the situation I'm in, have you not got better things to do in your life? Have you not got more important things? Have you not got things on your mind where you've got to take selfies of yourself and upload pictures to please other people? Let's divert this insecurity that you have and actually do some shit in the world. Get something done. I think that was one of the big pieces of lessons I learned, is get something to do. Find your purpose, which I know is an extremely hard thing to do, but find something that makes you think about it all the time, that makes you focus on it, that tires you out, that dedicates you. For me, I see all these athletes and I see all these people that are driven to things, and most of the time it's a physical pursuit, and you see that it changes their lives and you see that they've become different people and improved in the life. And it's like, sure, they've got discipline, sure, they're doing something that's healthy, sure, that they're achieving things. At the foundation of it, they're just doing something and focusing on something and are driven for something. They want something and they're trying to get it. And it's like, they've not got time for all this other bullshit. And that's one positive of being so busy. You've not got time for this keeping up with the Joneses. You've not got time for showing off, for posting to please others and to get gratification for looking good. I hope I never go that way. I'm not saying you're less of a person for doing that. You might just not realize you're doing it and why you're doing it. It might just be a habit. You might just be conforming because everyone does it. You want to feel part of a tribe. You want to feel like you belong, like you're normal. And I just hope that I never do something like that. Maybe I'll see if I ever do it. Maybe I'll see on the other side why people do it. But right now, I just don't get it at all. Maybe someone can convince me and give me the perspective of why it happens. Because that's what I'm more interested in. Rather than being judgmental and talking about the negative, I want to understand why it happens. I want to talk about why does it happen. I want to sift through and see, right, now I understand, now I get it. Because right now, I don't get it at all. To me, it's an interesting subject because everyone that's famous doesn't want to be famous. And everyone that's not famous wants to be famous. Or not everyone, but a lot of people that aren't famous want to be famous, and a lot of people that are famous don't want the fame anymore. And that just, to me, shows the value in it, the value of what that sort of fame offers. It's so short-term, it's so fickle. It doesn't have long-lasting importance. It doesn't mean anything, it doesn't have any true value. It's this facade that's being built up, and you're only seeing a little section of what it all means. Like I said, I think about it a lot when it comes to this. And I think about what it actually means to be successful when it comes to views. And that's a challenge that you're never gonna know what it's like until you get in that situation. I imagine you could never prepare for fame. Nothing could prepare you. It's on such a mass scale that you can't even comprehend what someone's life is like when they're famous. Again, we take for granted that we can just go to the shop, go to the supermarket and buy whatever we want with no issue. You can just be you in public, no one's pestering you. You can have those quiet days. You can do what you want to notice. You've not got to be someone. You've not got to live up to any standard. You've not got to be a role model. And that must be tough for these celebrities and people who've got followings, is this standard that they've got to probably always keep up to. I do think about it with my videos, and it's like this fixation on this point of not being wrong. A lot of people don't want to be wrong. They want to appear perfect. Well, even if it's just innocent intentions. If your intentions are just, I want to help people, but you don't want to ever show that you're hypocritical. I imagine all the time with the things I'm saying that I'm going to be a hypocrite, that I'm going to get caught out. Even though he says this is what you should do, he does it himself. And that's why, to me, it's not the point of being right. With anything in life, that's why these pictures you post in to look perfect and to show off is false, because no one's life's perfect. No one is perfect. We're all wrong. We all say wrong shit. We all do wrong things. I guess the media wants perfect role models, want people to fit in this certain category, make everyone jealous of them and present them as this perfect person. No one is that person that's perfect. And it's weird to think about when it comes to these celebrities, and you think, no, we would let them off if they did something bad, until they do something bad, and then cancel culture comes into play and they get put on the back burner. And some of them, they're devastated. But it's like, well, you've set yourself up for failure because you're showing that you're not human in the first place. You're not even speaking about any imperfections. You see these interviews, and in interviews, people are trying to trip you up all the time, comment on your mistakes and your negative things. As soon as someone hears something negative about anyone that's big and famous, the whole storm comes, the newspapers, the magazines, you see it. It's pathetic because the people writing these things, the people posting about these things, they're human as well. And look at their lives and say, what do you do that's wrong? And sure, we shouldn't do things that are wrong. There's two things that are wrong. But that's just how we are in life. We're not perfect. We all make mistakes. We all do things that are incorrect and upset people. And that's why I don't get this appearing to be perfect, because it's false to me. It's wrong. Especially for kids, it's raising kids on a false premise, on a false idea of what life is actually like. I think that's one thing I've learned is growing up, is you're gonna be wrong, you're gonna fail, you're not gonna get this dream situation how you think you're gonna get it. There's gonna be a lot of struggle in life. And that's okay to not get through that struggle, to not cope with struggle. It's a big thing when I was younger, a couple of years ago, is coping with struggle, being all right with the fact that it affects you. The struggle gets you, no matter who you are, no matter how mentally strong you are. no matter physically strong you are, no matter who you've got around you, struggle's going to come. And you're going to have down days and you're going to have bad days. And it's about getting back on that horse and saying, we'll get through this. And showing that these things actually happen. And by showing them, you grow up with a more realistic stance on life, a more realistic image of what life's actually like. I think that's the issue with the internet and with technologies. We're so connected, we see everyone's life and people are showing perfection. So that starts becoming the norm because we're all entertained, we're all watching it, we're all seeing and saying, well, I wasn't raised like that. My life isn't like that right now. I've not got that much money and that much free time. I don't look that good. I've got wrinkles, I've got spots, I've got grey hairs, I've got no abs, I've got fat on me. I've got these imperfections. And then you feel extremely bad because you're like, well, these dream people, they've not got any of that. And it's unrealistic. We need to start looking at the work people put in, the purpose people have, and get yourself a purpose and see how that makes you feel. See how much better you feel then with an actual purpose, with an actual meaning to your life. Each day, when you have a why are you living? Why every day do you wake up and get after it? What are you doing? What's the positive you put into the world? How selfish are you being? But yeah, a little thought of the day that was going through my mind after seeing certain things. But yeah, peace.